Hello everyone, welcome to One Connected Love. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Christina.
And we are true twin flames in union. So today we have a very important topic. This was actually a request by one of our viewers. And that topic today is, how do I know when or if I should tell my twin flame that we are twin flames? Yeah, so I think to jump off here and start, we can say that one thing to consider when you're thinking about when you should tell your twin flame is, should you?
Yeah. And so here it's really important to get clear on your intention for telling them.
Right.
It's, we find that a lot of people who are experiencing separation feel that if their twin flame knew about the connection, maybe something would be different.
Yeah, exactly. So it's important to consider your intention, and the question that we pose to you is, and this is to explore your feelings, is what do you think would change if your twin flame knew you were twin flames?
Right.
And some people may think that telling their twin flame will suddenly change the dynamic. Or maybe even speed up the process at which the two twin flames come together. But that isn't always necessarily the case, right? Why you do things. Remember that the twin flame journey is an inner journey first.
Yes.
And it's very important to always act out of a place of peace. And again, as we've discussed in the past, that emotional honesty with yourself is very important during this process, because your twin flame they're one with you, right?
Yeah.
With the core of your being, right? And they can't be tricked. They can't be manipulated. It doesn't work like that. It's just instantly, if you're not at a place of peace and you're doing something, even if maybe you're not consciously aware, it doesn't feel good to the other twin flame. They know on some level that they're being manipulated. So the important thing here is should you tell your twin flame, the key here is to act from a place of peace. Get clear on why you want to tell your twin flame. And if you have any feelings come up, if you think that telling them will change something about your relationship, get clear on any bad feelings that are there, and you can use the mirror exercise to work through the feelings until you're fully at a place of peace.
Yeah, so I want to add to this a little bit. So do you feel that if they knew, then, the dynamic of your relationship would change? That's a really important question to ask yourself. A lot of people will feel that if only I told them, then, they're coming from a place of being afraid to lose them. If only they know that we're bound together forever, then I'm going to feel better about where our relationship is at. And the important thing there is that the reason that you don't feel good about where your relationship is with your twin flame is that there's something within you that doesn't feel good, right? And this is where we mentioned doing the mirror exercise and really beginning to study the teachings of union and beginning to understand the truth of how the twin flame dynamic works. Telling them that something needs to change isn't necessarily what's going to lead to change, right? Because you're one with your twin flame, and the way you actually, instigate change in your relationship is by changing yourself, changing something within you that is holding on to an unhealthy dynamic.
Right, and one thing I want to add to that and go a little bit deeper with the example that you shared, where you're afraid of losing your twin flame. So I just want to give an example that something that we see a lot is where someone wants, in their understanding, they say that they want to tell their twin flame, they want to pour their heart out to them and tell them how much they love them, and they want to tell them, I want you to know that we're twin flames, and I love you, and I don't want to control you, and I just want you to be happy. And they may not be aware. This is why the mirror exercise and feeling through your feelings is necessary. But on a deeper level, it actually stems from a place of fear of like losing their twin flame, or like the relationship ending or something like that. Right. And those feelings can't be ignored or looked over. They have to be dealt with, and they have to be worked through, because on some level your twin flame also knows like these feelings are there, right? On a very, very deep level. So yeah, it's very important to get clear that and make sure you're at a fully at peace before considering telling your twin flame.
Yeah, like those feelings that you're feeling, you can work through them within you, right? That's the most important thing, is to like recognize that I'm feeling like, you know, if I told them things would be different. So this is a part of you that needs to be very emotionally honest with yourself, so that you can then tell, you know, or heal through those feelings, right? Yeah.
Good. And moving on a little here, one of the next topics, and something that people want in their twin flame relationship, or, you know, they want to tell their twin flame because they want to know that their twin flame understands twin flames exactly as they do.
Yeah. So, in other words, does your twin flame need to know about the twin flame dynamic in order for you to be in union or harmonious union?
Right. So the answer to that is they only need to know true love. They only like need to understand it in the way that makes sense to them in their heart. They only need to know that there's their person out there for them, and that they're looking for love. And they don't need to understand the twin flame like terminology. Right. They don't need to understand it exactly the way that you do, because that really has no bearing on both of your ability to come to harmonious twin flame union.
Yeah, it's they need to understand that, like, you know, they need to understand the connection between the two of you, right? And feel it in their own way. You and your twin flame, you know, this is a common topic of like, I'm more awakened than my twin flame. You're equally awakened to the connection, and it's enough for your twin flame to feel it and to verbalize that they feel it, you know, like you agree that you feel the same way about each other. But beyond that, like, they don't necessarily need to believe in like all the terminology in the same way that you do. And if they don't believe in twin flames and all of that, but they're just like, yeah, I can feel a connection between us, it's just actually pointing to a place to go deeper in your understanding, right? Because maybe there's something to them that feels ungrounded about the idea of twin flames, or maybe there's, you know, something that they're uncomfortable with about the idea of spirituality. And these are just places to go deeper in your relationship. And it, as long as they understand the connection and feel that connection with you and express that they feel it
in their own way,
that is, you know, that's sufficient. The main
thing is that they're choosing to search for love in a way that they understand in their heart, because twin flames always choose in their core together. That's how they grow together, that's how they come together at the same time. And it's always from a place of peace and love. Good. So moving on to the next point. So how do I know when the right time is then? So there are several things that we could say, like when you'll know when you know. And the first point is you are completely at peace with whether they know or not that you're twin flames. In like the same point that we mentioned earlier, whether they know the terminology or not, but they know that they feel something there. If you're fully at peace with whether they don't know or they do know, then that's one step towards being at the right time to tell them.
Yeah, in other words, you're not attached to the outcome of the discussion, you know? Yeah.
Good. So 2, your relationship has developed a stable and trusting foundation.
Right. What we mean by this is that a lot of times, you know, people feel that sharing this information, like people are not communicating with their twin flame, and they feel that sharing this information with them is going to change that. And that's where, you know, really what's happening there is that there's a lot of work to do within yourself, or there's healing work to do within yourself to heal these places where you're not communicating with yourself, but reaching for, you know, sharing this with them to try to heal the foundation of your relationship is not the appropriate way to go, right? But rather, like, you know, if you have like a solid friendship or a trusting foundation already, like a healthy relationship already, that's a good sign that, like, you know, it's a good idea to share that information if you feel guided.
Yeah, I loved the way that you said that. Like, people think that by sharing this information, it will help heal the foundation. And that in a way is like looking for healing outside of yourself.
Right.
And it doesn't work from the outside in, as we've discussed before. It works from the inside out. So you seek healing within, you heal your foundation within first, and that naturally unfolds within the foundation of your twin flame union together.
Exactly.
And that's how you build stability and you build trust in the relationship. So build it first in yourself, and then it'll automatically unfold naturally.
Right.
Good. And I think that brings us to the third point.
Yeah, is that it comes up naturally. You know, it's your relationship naturally progresses, and it's just like a very peaceful and like clear thing to discuss, right? Like it's
like the logical next step.
Yes, exactly. Like you feel guided from a really a place of peace and non-attachment, but just like you're just expressing yourself to them.
Right, exactly. Just like in you know, any relationship, things always unfold when they feel good.
Yes.
Right? And like you have to consider that telling your twin flame when things may not feel appropriate may not be compassionate for them, especially if they have a different understanding of love in their conscious awareness, or like what they're working through. And the best time to tell them these things is when things feel good and peaceful, and it just unfolds naturally as an expression, a way to express love.
Right.
Yeah.
So what you can do instead, if you feel that, you know, you really would like to share this, but it doesn't quite feel like the right time, what you can do instead is focus on you, focus on loving yourself, focus on healing the separation consciousness within yourself. And the best way to do that is by studying the teachings of union through Twin Flames Universe, and, you know, really doing the mirror exercise to really heal through these places within you where you feel separate from love, where you don't feel connected to love, and connected to your twin flame. And as you heal that, you know, everything naturally unfolds, because, you know, that's your natural state, is perfect union with your twin flame.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, you'll know when something feels right when it feels peaceful, fully peaceful in your heart. So good, that feels complete to me.
Yeah.
Good. So thank you so much for watching this video this week. We hope you enjoyed the content. If you do want more content like this, feel free to like and subscribe to our channel. If you have any requests for videos that you would like to see, go ahead and put comments below, and we're happy to take a look at them and make videos in the future. Once again, we are Daniel and Christina, and we are Ascension coaches. We do private coaching, group coaching, and we can even do readings, channeled readings on your twin flame journey. So check out the link below to our website, oneconnectedlove.com. And as always, we'll see you next time. Take care.